Hey, hello, welcome to the finals of Roulette Freestyle Remix, hosted by Providence. I am joined by today's match admin, also the admin and co-caster, Chris X3. How's it going? So, up next is map Dr. Glitch 1, Littleton Creek in 2 minutes. Let's see what conditions. Oh wait, Chris's mic might not be going through to OBS. Try again.
That'd be fun. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, I think it's good now.
Okay. Hi, everyone.
Hello again. So, it's a good map, I think. I mean, I like it. Only
Yeah, so
map
we've
I've
got
done well on in tournaments.
Whittleton Creek first. Up to 8 maps here are possible. This is a first to 8 match rather than the normal first to 6 for this grand final. And every map is chosen by RNG. There are no picks or bans. None of the players will have any say in what
Feels
maps
like
they
an
play
easy way
today.
out for a man like him. Still, we are close now. 47.
Yeah, just quick look at the brackets here. It's a single elimination, so In4Fun comes from the top with what 6-0, 6-2, 6-0, and then
Yep.
Phanium. Really tough first match draw, 6-4 against Danny Buddha, 6-2 against Blythe, and then 7-3 against Joker J. He definitely fought his way through some crazy draws there at the bottom part of the bracket, but Phanium stands tall amongst a bunch of really tough Hitman Roulette players.
Yeah,
And
unfortunately, that's just kind of something that happens with single elimination brackets. Sometimes you're just gonna get the best players early on, regardless of who you are. So
yeah, and for fun, looking for his. I want to say I was looking over his records and second 1v1 title since the World Championship. He's won some first places, but they're like single day or team events. Been some second place. He mentioned it himself, so it will be nice to see. Phanium, no stranger to winning all these tournaments at the finals.
well, our spin is hopefully live now. Um,
Yeah, looks that way.
would you
Explosion
like to read it
accident
for us?
for target target as Janus's bodyguard. Melee kitchen knife as a garbage man. You can see In4Fun picked explosive accident and garbage man. Like if you actually had that for Janus, that would be like a 2-second kill. Just start garbage man.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised. Obviously, you know, players had a bit of time to think about these conditions, but I was surprised that they both picked two relatively easy kill conditions and disguises, no uniques, and obviously explosion accident is possible a million different ways anywhere on the map, and kitchen knife is in Janus's house itself.
Yeah, this is really just curating in the easiest way possible. No weird disguises like the robes
And
or the plumber
obviously,
or something.
if anyone isn't familiar with how this format works, Roulette Freestyle is a mode where players can choose to do the kills on any target they want. They aren't assigned to specific targets. So we could see one player do one kill for Nolan, the other player do the same thing for Janice. The remix aspect is that they each get to pick one kill condition and one disguise themselves.
It starts from both sides now, and
Hey, big guy, get cracking.
it,
There's work to do.
In4Fun got spotted early. Phanium got through to the house and got a side KO. Oh, this time gets an early spot.
Yeah, definitely a bit
Camera
of some
shot.
rough starts here, but Infer has made it into the house. He is going to have to worry about this guard in a second, though, because he's going to get peekabooed around to the outside. Just opts to grab the kitchen knife for now and maybe going for the gramophone at this point.
Yeah, I'm surprised that players are going this way, and I mean, I guess In4Fun will maybe climb the pipe. Yeah, I thought can catch Janus right away. Just wanted to get the kitchen.
Ooh. Yeah, quick spot around the corner there for Phanium. I'm wondering if he's planning on doing the explosion accident for Janus, perhaps with his oxygen tank.
That's
given
what
that,
I would thought as
yeah,
well.
he skips out on the kitchen knife with what In4Fun did, and was immediately going for that bodyguard. So I think probably grab that, get the clue, and then afterwards get that kitchen knife for the garage or the seeker.
Yeah, In4Fun going to go for the quiet kill on Janus. It seems like still has to get the bodyguard. Shouldn't be hard with Gunther, but
Finally.
I love that breaching charge. You can see its shadow, but it's inside of the floor.
Feels like an easy way out for a man like him.
yes, you can. In New York, you can't even see that. People just think it fell through the floor, which that actually does happen.
So he's gonna come down here for the I believe the Arc Society clue is the photograph here, as well as probably getting this bodyguard disguise off of this guy, since Janus is hidden away. This guy's not ever gonna get found either.
Yeah.
Of course, it is the
grand finals goes to
it is the ugliest form of the Janus's bodyguard disguise, so he will lose out some points for that in the non-existent aesthetics competition.
The first
Is it?
annual gathering
The
of the
one
Arts
with the
Society.
shorts and the yellow jackets. Nah, I mean he's got the nice aviator, so I'll
If
give it.
Janus was the first,
Yeah, I do agree that they're both
perhaps
pretty
instead of
bad,
attending these
but
gatherings 47,
personally I just hate this one.
this could be valuable
Anyways,
information.
Phanium has already grabbed the clue. He's actually looking to isolate Janus downstairs here. Didn't immediately go for the isolation in his room. So that'll get him his melee kill. Maybe change of plans. Maybe this is what he wanted to do the whole time. Who knows? But that is the same kill done there for both players, and pretty much equal progress. In4Fun's obviously already made his way across the map, and he does have better timing on Nolan potentially, but we're gonna see a drive-by kill here, and then all he should have to do is go get those last two clues. Except he's red guns for some reason.
Is Nolan Cassidy. Former Secret
Breaching
Service
charge?
agent and co-
Potentially. I was looking for
Explosion
the
kill. It says only explosion kill, so that was a breaching
Okay.
charge kill.
I thought I saw the accident XP pop up, but
No accident was there. I think accident
guess-
shows up before explosion.
yes, it should. I guess that makes me validated for always using micro tasers for my drive-by kills. So
Yeah, but you have to leak the
Yeah.
propane.
yeah, you just throw it at their feet and then drop it. The problem obviously being that
I think walking
that
two
Nolan
steps
is
ahead is yeah, Nolan being an enforcer.
Nolan is an
the big
enforcer.
problem.
Yeah, and there was a lot of distance between that propane, so there's not a huge surprise there that was a knockout instead of an accident kill.
Yeah, get it.
Obviously, we see they're both kind of worried about bumping Nolan because there's a chance he insta-spots you, and then the guard also insta-spotting you. So, bit of trouble to work around there.
In4Fun was it that had the seeker, also an option to get the guard away from Nolan for. What was it?
So I guess we saw pretty clearly though that Phanium strat was a little bit faster than In4Fun's if he chooses to do it, you know, the exact same way. Mostly just an issue of the guard in the basement having a really bad cycle pretty much every time you go down there. There's the same kill again for In4Fun.
Finally. An end to Janus.
Both players sticking to the breaching charge. no
Death feels
changing
like an
loadout.
easy way out for
So,
a man like him.
just have to tweak the way they kill.
We are
So,
close now, 47.
both players got the two wrong choices that you want to get for the breaching charge kill. Knockout.
We
and
see
First
explosive
annual
kill.
You see, In4Fun's already prepping that Seeker in his main slot here,
If
so we might
Janus
see a
was
bit of a
found,
difference
perhaps
on
he's
that
still
side of
attending
things
these
once he gets
gatherings
over to
47.
Nolan.
This could be valuable information indeed.
Yeah,
Obviously
definitely.
gonna
I
have
think
to.
moving the guard or even just Nolan away would be a good plan.
Yeah, on top of that, you can obviously also remove the Enforcer status with the Seeker Dart.
Hey, did you grab the pack of smokes that was thrown over the fence from
So
the old
Phanium's in a bit of a rough spot compared to the last time he did this kill. But he has done a bit more work upstairs, so this body shouldn't ever get found. We see there's the melee kill. And In4Fun now approaching Nolan. Not quite going to use the Seeker here. Gets spotted. The kill goes off, though, and he's still green guns, even with that quick spot. So all he's got to do now is grab the lawsuit and the cigar box.
And that is Nolan Cassidy taken care of. First annual gathering of the Ark Society.
Like you were a little ahead there, predicting the future. But
Perhaps he's still attending these gatherings 47. This could be valuable.
yeah, pretty simple stuff. Photo finish timer is 30 seconds, and I don't know, Phanium
Yep.
seems like it's about a minute-ish
Janus
behind.
is apparently
Just grabbing the
engaged in a
propane
civil
now.
lawsuit with another resident of Whittleton Creek.
Yeah, I think it would definitely
James
be
Batten,
getting the
the
clues
plaintiff,
still
wants
that would
Janus to stop his annual landing of a helicopter.
take Phanium out of photo finish range,
But he
but
claims it interrupts the nesting
we will have
bird
to
and
see.
a species of frog that has
Infer
been
should be
declared
done here within the
endangered.
next 10 seconds or
This is a
so,
very important trip, given
while
his
Phanium
profession.
is approaching for the kill.
A cigar box with a few cigars and a note inside. Well, this is very interesting.
So I will wait
The
that
note
out on our
indicates
timer pretty quickly, but it should be a 2-0 lead here, most likely for In4Fun, no matter what.
What's this?
Yeah, if Phanium also gets the kill this time around, but like you said, might be too late. First map of the grand final goes to In4Fun, very likely. Solid lead, but we've seen In4Fun in this position, so we'll have to see how the nerves are holding up after that. But it's always a confidence boost to go for the first map and win it.
Janus is apparently
That
engaged.
was 30 seconds passed with no done from Phanium, so that'll be 2 points to In4Fun here immediately. And we are moving on to our second map, which is going to be Ambrose Island. Again, this is decided by RNG.
That's an interesting one for sure. What are your thoughts of Ambrose as a map?
Um,
For Roulette?
for Roulette, I think it's actually a pretty good map, all things considered. Probably, if I had to rate it, I'd put it like probably directly in the middle, or maybe just a little bit higher than that. Personally, playing the map, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but haven't really played a ton of Hitman since the map came out, so I'm also just kind of weak on it. And let's see, I've gotten some conditions in here from our players. So I will get that round set up. Actually had a repeat on the disguise conditions. I'm going to have to ask them for another one. We cannot have repeats for either the disguise or the specific kill method.
So does that change like the whole? You just throw out the whole thing, or you keep
So they've sent me their kill conditions, which are different. But their disguises were both the same thing, so I have to ask them to repick just the disguise, and the kill method is fine. Just so we don't have repeats.
Do they both pick a new disguise now?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah.
That makes sense. All right, thanks.
So let me get these in, and then I will set a time for 15 past the hour. get you to this fun little thing as an admin for these matches where you curate the spins yourself. See. Alright. So make sure I get this in correctly. Like how it keeps the disguises too, so we're playing Ambrose Island with Janus's bodyguard.
Nice. I think that's the Hokkaido condition they want. Janus's
Yep.
bodyguard as the screwdriver for
Yep.
Soders.
Let's see.
Got it? Aka's not gonna get any friendlier. Don't let him get away! I'm on it. I got shot!
Hey, are you into biochemistry at all?
Alright, everything should be ready there. Send this out to our players.
Yeah, it's me. I've got some sort of accident here.
Right, by the time it all gets set up, it's very close to start time.
Ambrose Island, I mean, there's a million different kills you can pick on this map. Obviously, there's tons of lethal melees, which can be either melee or thrown eliminations, like in
Hand
Contracts.
of yours, 47.
Obviously, both the targets have every accident opportunity available to them. As well as, of course, there being elimination kills for pistols and SMGs in this tournament.
Not necessarily. He knows he has a sort of right to control it.
So, since nothing is illegal,
If he gets mad about
basically like
little
100
delay,
options that we could see here.
Hey, you.
Right, and our spin should now be live.
Yep. You wanna say what they are?
Yeah. So that'll be kill number 1 is falling object as an engineer, and then electrocution as a pirate. So falling object and pirate were chosen by In4Fun, engineer and electrocution by Phanium. So Phanium
Falling
has
Object
already.
in Nolan is a pretty bad one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it's one of the kills in the trilogy that's basically just completely time dependent. Like you're really not going to speed that up unless you want to try to do something insane that'll probably get you to rip. So that's kind of just waiting for past the 3-minute mark when he walks into the boat. And then for Aka, I think there's only one falling object in the compound, which is the bag of bricks.
Well, there's also the thing that...
47.
What is it? The bug catcher thing that can fall onto the barrel and also like slide
Yeah,
kill.
that-
You can drop that on top of.
Yes. If you get her over there, that's definitely an option. So Phanium is ready for the quick electrocution, but he gets a civilian investigating the barrel, so that would have been an NTK. And the sound properties around the social hub can be very confusing, I guess, where people further away will often hear the distraction, while people closer don't. Very common in a lot of the maps in the trilogy. So In4Fun has done the peekaboo for Akka very quickly, so he's gotten that ready for his falling object. Obviously, the engineer that almost everyone uses is down at the end of the boardwalk by this compound, so not much of a detour there.
Taken care of.
Yeah. a pirate electrocution stun, so he is gonna do the falling object on no one. So it's very interesting. Let's see what the plan here is.
Yep. So he's got this electrocution set up that only kills Akka and never the prisoners. So no worries about NTK there, as long as you bring in that taser yourself.
Keep your eyes on the toy soldiers. They're up to something.
And then for that falling object, like I said, probably going to be seeing the boat at around the 3-minute mark. Obviously, Phanium seems to be planning to do the opposite kills. He's gotten this pirate immediately. Having some trouble getting that calmer for the disguise without getting spotted by civilians, but going to do opposite kills there.
That's a big lead for In4Fun. It seems like he has a plan. So I'm gonna go for Trank on the engineer. The freest. Well, maybe second freest after the Buccaneer thing.
And he's grabbed that C4 from the pirate compound, which has a very slight amount of risk with getting a non-target kill, but it's extremely rare that that happens with the cycles of the raiders in the cave. So imagine we'll see that delivered and detonated safely. Phanium again with another rip, grabbing that disguise. Looks like he's trying to at least make sure that this kill works the way he wants it to. But Noel is distracted by the pirates, or by the raiders that are in combat. Let me see, for In4, he's basically just standing here waiting for Noel to get in the right position. Make sure he's in a good spot to have an angle for the shot without getting spotted, of course.
Now you just have to deal with the satellite control unit.
Just has to do one last thing, which, like I said, there's a risk factor unless he physically goes in there, which currently doesn't have the right disguise for it. No luck for Phanium again, this disguise.
And then obviously if he does opt to have the raiders deliver it for him, there's really no risk to that, other than once it gets there, like I said with the NTK. But basically just going to be waiting at the exit until he sees that detonator appear again in his inventory. But of course, unknown to him, he's got a significant time advantage here.
Yeah, Phanium's still trying this one. Obviously it's a practice one that worked, but hasn't in this match so far.
And he also was not the one that chose the pirate disguise, so this is just something he's practiced in general. Not specifically something he was planning for this tournament, perhaps.
Yeah, at first when In4Fun peeled Akka with the metal worker, I still thought he was gonna go for the falling object, but it seems like the timing works really well with even with the electrocution. It's the detonation and exit instantly. It's a silent assassin, so that's definitely an instant. 2 more points for In4Fun.
Yeah,
Looking
absolutely
really
no photo finish potential there, so I will go ahead and accept that immediately. And then move on to map number 3, which, while I am getting all of this ready, I can say is going to be the Isle of Scale for map number 3.
Staying in the dark, going up north to the North Atlantic. And Phanium gets the first kill after a long time, but unfortunately it's too little too late.
Yeah, that absolutely would have been a very quick early kill for him there, and then Akka with not really any huge time restrictions, like with Noel, depending on how you go about it. So could have seen a faster in-game time, but not able to get started there immediately.
This is first to 8, so 2 more
Yes.
maps potentially. But I think we've seen this position for In4Fun, the exact same position. Was it RR7? It was up 2 maps to 0. So again, this is the pivoting point for In4Fun as a player, and we've seen Phanium come back as one of those players that's very, very good at just keeping the focus.
And In4Fun was talking about earlier in the Discord chat for this event that if he is to win this, this would be his first win overall for a Providence event. So definitely
Yeah.
working hard to get this one here.
First Providence win, and I think first 1v1 win. I might be missing something here in a non-single day, non-team event since the World Championship.
I think that would be fair to say, yeah.
This is again, I've talked with many people that watch admin play, and for fun, it's probably regarded as the second best roulette player in the community, but he's so consistent. Just
Yeah, absolutely.
in the final, he hasn't managed to come away with the win for a long time, and every time he gets to the final, it's like he deserves to win it. So again, there's another chance, and he's up 4-0. So
let's see. We've got no disguise repeats of any kind here. This is very interesting. I can't really say what I'm looking at on the admin page because it would reveal part of the spin, but it was a weird little visual bug for me there.
That is Sophia Washington.
I love scale should
Chairwoman
play
of the
into
Arc
In4Fun's
Society,
strength as well.
professional
He's
treasure
actually got
hunter,
the
and Providence
fastest
operative.
spin record on 47's roulette rival. So
And I guess it's important to mention that Isle of Scale is one of the most consistent maps in the trilogy in terms of you can kind of do the same strat for every spin and it will work. But it has a huge potential for optimization to shave several minutes off of those standard isolations.
yeah, definitely. It's I think the from my experience of just playing, yeah, all the strats are very solid, but the ability to identify which one you want to do, I think it's the most important. And then, yeah, if that strat being optimized to be faster, but also safe. Right, both of these players are literally world-class roulette players. They can do that very easily.
Definitely, yeah. We see In4Fun is planning for an architect start with a Blake lure that I could perhaps hint at his conditions.
The timing didn't work out there.
Nothing so far on Phanium's end in terms of loading, loadout or preloading. That's what I was going to say. Considering he is on console, obviously on PS5.
Oh, you're not feeling well.
Yeah, In4Fun may have chosen Blake. Considering he's practicing that.
Yeah, Reaper says, I wonder if In4Fun chose a Blake Nathaniel disguise as well. Yeah, so that's definitely the thought process. In4Fun bringing in a custom 5mm, probably one of the 30 guns in the trilogy that I've never used before. That switches that out for a baller.
Back when it came out, when you were in Hokkaido and you were trying to get a gun pass, it
Yep.
seemed really cool to do.
Yeah, I think that was the gimmick they were trying to push, actually, was Kaido specifically.
Yeah.
Considering when you unlocked it. Yeah, we've got Phanium planning for a chapel start, and our spin is live now.
Drowning and suit for 1 kill condition, sniper rifle Blake Nathaniel, which was picked by In4Fun with the drowning, and
Yep.
suit sniper, so
not the biggest surprise in the world.
the suit pick kind of ruins the whole Blake thing, because you can't just do that same strategy with the arc start.
Yeah, so obviously the chapel start suit sniper makes sense, and then Nathaniel drowning again. We saw that from In4Fun as well. Seen a lot of suit picks. I guess I can say now that the disguise that they both chose on Ambrose was suit as well.
Start for Phanium, missed briefcase throw into the MOCs, turns the custodian. So instead of, I don't think if it was salvageable or not, but he thought it wasn't. Best to restart. In4 starting, what is that one called? Keep?
Yes, on top of the helipad.
Suit starts. It's also a very good one, actually. After watching him, I realized how good it can be.
Yeah, even, I mean, all the suit starts on this map are pretty good. Obviously, Harbor, not really great unless you have Starfish.
Starfish, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess they're all usable, at least.
See what says who the suit drowning kill will be, and I think there's a drown opportunity here in the MOC room as well. I think I've said it on a stream before. It's literally the Swiss Army knife of kills room.
Yeah.
In the trilogy, every single kill almost you can think of, you can just do in here. Phanium knocking out Zoe though, so it looks like it will be the sniper kill. Going for a peekaboo on Sophia, and then a lure with the briefcase right by the toilet, making her sick just to be safe.
Speakers are, yeah, to add insult to injury.
Just he's creating an alibi in class. Oh, she was sick. That's why she's here.
Throw up while she's dying too.
One target down.
But he goes for the micro lure through the floor. Okay, I was gonna say it's only a rip if that enforcer dot stays, and yeah, obviously it does. So gonna have to restart. The walls, the floor, the ceiling in that room are all paper thin. That's why you can lure Blake in the first place, and also why people will come investigate a breaching charge on Sophia through the wall. But yeah, that's why the guard's able to hear that there.
Yeah. The drone prompt for the MOC room, there's like a bathtub thing, like Sean Rose, if you make him hallucinate. It's the same thing.
Like
and
the trough
over there. Yeah, yeah.
So, trespassing disguise kills for Sophia with drowning are always potentially a bit of a pain, but Fun was able to do that very well that last run, so I imagine we'll see pretty much the same thing here.
Yeah, I feel horrible.
Excuse me?
We see the suit drowning as well there from Phanium, and now we'll see how he decides to approach this Nathaniel disguise.
One target down. Nice work. Next up, Soda Rush.
What? The guard is running. I think he might have created some panic too. Yeah.
Potentially accidental. Seemed like he was going for a peekaboo there, sort of, or maybe it was accidental and then ended up getting in the box. So, yeah, he's not super happy about these guards, obviously, because he's
instead of Blake.
He's got to get out of here. Yeah, the Blake lure is super consistent at the beginning of the match, or at the beginning of the map, and then as soon as you start having those NPCs move around, it's potential that someone else enforces the distraction.
Big trouble here. He's trying to get.
Ooh, my goodness. And then the
Custodian still comes in.
Wow. I don't know what happened there. I mean, so Sophia reacted to the radio and then just didn't care, and then the Custodian went for it again anyways. So obviously the run
Salvage it.
is not ripped at this point, and might still keep going since they're already 2.5 minutes in, but there's definitely a lot of ground to make up for. And yeah, that's spotted immediately by the architects. And Phanium again is starting Chapel, of course. So Zoe isolation after what we saw in the last run. All he's got to do is get Blake and then run back here. No issues there.
It's not as big as I thought it would be. But it's there. For some reason she peeks there.
Phanium able to secure that isolation, get his suit back on, and go for that drowning kill. In4Fun. Maybe he is able to get the Blake disguise immediately this time. We will have to see. Sophia the streamer.
Sophia the schemer. What's she up to this time?
Oh, this isn't good. Oh, I don't think this is good at all.
That was definitely some wishful thinking there, and In4Fun going for the very long-range Seeker shot as Sophia walks in one of the Raider rooms. Actually has a Raider disguise now, if he really wants it, from a bit of an unintentional peekaboo.
That could be useful. Did use one of the Seekers on the Ark, so it's not gonna be an option to use it on Blake, which I would say is like the safe way to getting him. Just put him in the bathroom.
Of course, also have the option to try and get Zoe with the drowning instead, but I wouldn't be surprised if also planning on doing the MOC lure, as Phanium sort of did with the money pit. Doesn't try for Blake this time. The peekaboo on the card as well. But he doesn't really go very far, so that'll work out for him. It's the drowning prompt again.
Oh, shit.
So, In4Fun's got that kill. Phanium, actually, no panic keeping him in place there after that drowning kill. He's looking to get an elite guard disguise right now to have some really good map access.
A remote trigger. Must be a kill switch.
I bet this would make the constant come quietly. But first things first, 47. Focus on the
So
target.
In4Fun now bringing in Sophia's guard, leaving that briefcase. to potentially try to avoid him turning around and seeing him when he goes to look at the radio.
Yeah, definitely playing it safe here. Didn't even try to go for the audio. It's gonna have the most powerful disguise in the map though, so that will certainly help.
Yeah, and Phanium's walking around with a medic device in his briefcase looking for where Blake has gone. Who, after he checks with the custodian upstairs, just kind of roams around the gallery area for a while, and very easy to get him into this bathroom. Bumps him as well to get the fast walk.
You know what it's about? Climate change.
Yeah, the bump helps with the animation.
As the guard goes to check on the non-existent emetic device that is still part of the game.
The only way glitches get fixed if they were an accidental fix.
Yeah, or if they make speedruns more efficient. So In4Fun is now able to get the Seeker off on Zoe to get her isolated in this downstairs bathroom, but still needs to get that Blake disguise, obviously. There is Blake himself, and he's trying to stall him out a little bit. Not sure what all he could do here.
Get away from me, you creep!
He probably is just better off clearing out this bathroom and then worrying about that. So there's the guard in the box. He can go for a thrown distraction now. Maybe get Blake instead of the guard. Oh, and he gets spotted by the guard through the door frame because even as a micro, the distraction devices are all illegal.
Yeah, all
So
while
that will
Phanium's finished the map, so
knock it out of the potential photo finish range, and that'll be a win for Phanium.
it's a potential start of a comeback.
Yeah, now 4-2 after that map, and next map number 4, that's going to be Berlin. So important to note that unlike the last couple of maps, who have all had 2 targets on them, Berlin obviously has 5 targets. So the way the selection works for the kill methods is that players will pick 2 kill conditions and 2 disguises each. Obviously, those won't go in the same kill as with the previous ones, and then the 5th kill will be chosen by RNG. So 4 out of the 5 kills this time will be chosen by RNG. To make it fair, on the odd-numbered ones, there's always 1 condition that's chosen randomly.
That should be Florida Man Garden Fork.
And obviously, as with previous, since there's not a ton of disguises on this map, somewhat likely there will be repeats. So I would again ask for different choices. Let's see. Just waiting on those to get submitted to me. Any repeats? This is funny, actually. We kind of have a repeat on both of the kill conditions that were submitted.
Oh, nice.
Which is kind of hilarious. The odds of that happening for the disguises is pretty likely, but for kill conditions, not so much. I'm honestly not even sure how many kill methods there are. Obviously, there's more in this tournament than in standard roulette, and I've counted it at some point, but I don't... Upwards of like 40 or something like that. Let's see. Got Phanium's choices in again here. Bit of a wait here while the players have to make these choices.
Yeah, Berlin being longer, it's a little more involved.
In4Fun. In4Fun says he needs a second here. I don't think it's mentioned in the rules specifically, but I think technically if I ask them to repick, they can pick the same thing again as long as the other player doesn't do the same thing. Has not been the case on Ambrose when we saw that at least, but could happen. Alright, so I've got that ready. Let me put this in and set a time. Let's do 47, because why not? A lot of things to input with 5 kill conditions. Let's see. I think that should be everything. Let me double check all of the icons here. I'm gonna have to refresh some of these to make sure they show up so that everyone obviously knows who chose what. Alright, let's see. Okay, I think all of this is correct. Obviously not really a ton of things that are illegal on Berlin, so just got to make sure that everything matches what the players actually picked correctly, and that should be all ready to go now. So we've got a Berlin chosen again by RNG with I guess 2 of the most outspoken Berlin fans in the community on the casting bench. So Berlin in this tournament, once the spin goes live, is the same as it always is. You can choose any kill for any target. The difference being from normal roulette that obviously they're picking some of the conditions themselves. All except for 1 kill.
Yeah. Pretty exciting chance for Phanium to equal the score or In4Fun to be on match point. Old Axe Bartender, Melee Fire Axe Club Security, Consumed Poison Suit, Hobby Knife Dealer, which is the RNG kill, and Silenced Sniper Rifle Biker.
Yeah, so the Silenced
Large
and the
weapon
Melee were chosen by the players, and then anything that doesn't have one of those tags that had the potential for it, just wasn't selected. So those are the stipulations, and hopefully I'm able to keep track of all the kills, because Berlin is Berlin.
Okay.
So both players, obviously, with that suit kill in the mix, are going to start. Ravon. Phanium is headed over to the bartender disguise, potentially, or setting up the consume poison immediately after that 30-second mark.
Waiting for this guy to cross, who's the only person who really can see poisoning the drink. So
yeah, that's him and
the down in a minute.
The two roaming women and that guy.
Yeah, that's the person that just
obviously
for fun.
Davenport himself, of course, is possible, but yeah, you just have to wait. As soon as the guy walks past the cup, then you can do it. No issues. I know In4 historically has not been the biggest fan of Berlin, but it's been so long since I've heard him say that it's entirely possible that he's on the same level as Phanium at this point. So we have that consume kill done.
Waiting here for this, so I hope he realizes that the timing actually needs to be sort of after a certain point. Not precise, I was gonna say, but it's not that precise. It just has to happen at a certain point.
Yeah, the guard, at least, who always stands there, can never spot you, so it's mostly waiting. While Phanium goes ahead and grabs this old axe, obviously he's wearing the bartender right now, so got that whole kill ready. Might see him go up to green, or he'd be taking it across the map. In4Fun this time is going to opt to immediately get the old axe, which is going to be putting him off of getting Davenport first cycle with that consume poison.
That's a bit of a setback, so can potential again at 5 minutes or going for Lowenthal.
We see Phanium is immediately going for that old axe kill on green. He's now got the disguise that he can legally carry his sniper rifle in, because it's off that target. And going to be wanting the melee fire axe for that, which is going to be down at the bottom of the stairs as he goes to get Banner here. And of course, since it's a fire axe, or a lethal melee object, you can get that kill from the front just fine. The only issue would be if he's in the middle of the stairs, obviously. Then you can get the punch out.
Plenty of flat in between the stairs, though, so shouldn't be a problem. You might even go down.
Don't let him slip through your fingers.
There he is, about to pass.
No cat and mouse, just get it done.
Yeah, he is very fast, obviously, because
it's gonna be hard to catch him from behind.
He does get it.
Ooh, right at the top.
I'm not actually sure with melee items if it's the same, but you can get psychic guards if you punch someone out while they're running, or if you subdue them or fiber wire them. So hopefully that's not the case, because if that's the case, some biker might wander all the way up there.
First kill also for In4Fun, same kill on Banner.
Yep.
Agent Banner, report. Are you there?
And Phanium is looking for sniper rifle as biker here on Lowenthal.
Stay focused. He's not playing.
Just knock this guy out, and then no one will ever find that body. Grabs his hobby knife on the way with that dealer disguise kill. And there's number 4. And then he should have pretty good timing here on Montgomery coming down the stairs for target number 5. He could be a little bit behind because of the 3-shot, but I think he would have already been out of the way by then. So it should be pretty soon here that Montgomery will start walking down those stairs. So we're going to go over and grab the dealer now.
He's got the Himanic Mine ready for that as well.
We see kill number 2 from In4Fun, Old Axis Bartender.
Green! Agent Green, are you
There's
still
the
there?
remote emetic device behind him. And the distraction to get the fast walk. He's also going to get that female club crew stick.
Don't make this
But hopefully that doesn't put him in too bad of a spot.
Clearly, he's not
Going
making
to
that
the
mistake.
right bathroom.
Goes to the right bathroom, the closet.
So just don't
And
get,
doesn't get the wall
soft
hack.
locked by the door. Or the
hack.
wall hack.
That's
Or, you know, any other
million
amount of
things
Hitman
that we don't
shenanigans.
know, so- Exactly.
Yep. So there's Dealer. Nothing to worry about in terms of enforcers because of the unique disguise. And he's already got that hobby knife in his inventory. So just looking for target number 5 here. In4Fun is still in the suit here. Potentially setting up the food delivery consumed kill on Lowenthal.
Yeah, decided to not touch Davenport at all, whose second cycle kill is actually approaching as well at 5 minutes.
Yep. He is going inside though. So peekaboo, or just getting him in the stairwell.
Peekaboo actually doesn't work because he doesn't actually look this way.
He gets combat, so hopefully the other guard doesn't care. While Davenport dies to poison that I never saw go in.
Me neither. That's
But
well, at least we called the 5-minute timing.
yeah, and so Lowenthal did not come to the right spot off of that combat anyways, and we see Phanium finishes on get kill number 5 pretty much while that consumed poison was going off. So that'll be a map number 2 win here. Not really any room for the photo finish. I think that's even a rip for In4Fun off of that roaming piker. I will end that round and increase Phanium's points to 4. So now tied up 4-4 going into map number 5.
So
And
that's a crazy turn of events.
let me check. I had all the maps written down ahead of time when I spun them. It's going to be Colorado next as map number 5.
Oh man, what a
Colorado.
map to be on match point, and
Well, not quite on match point yet for either of them since it's first to 8.
well, if they win, they will be on.
Yeah,
match
after
point.
this, yeah. One
Yeah,
of
so
them.
it's-
Well,
it's-
assuming no
it's-
tie, which is not super likely with these players.
I think Phanium did have a tie before. I think versus Joker J. Was the 7-3? Was that a photo finish tie?
Yes, that was a photo finish tie, yep. I think In4Fun said he thinks that's the only one we've had ever in Providence. But yeah, it was 1 second was the tie window for that map, and it ended up being a tie. It was when I casted. But yeah, Colorado is next, and like Berlin, they will be sending in 2 kills and 2 disguises each. So nothing will be random on this one, since it's an even number of targets.
It's a crucial choice here for In4Fun, who's now in the back foot after 2 straight losses, after the 2 straight wins.
In4Fun's response indicates he's not super happy about Colorado.
Yeah, I wouldn't be off the back of a 2-map loss going into a potential position of match point.
Yeah, and Berlin, I mean, that's a big favorite map for Phanium. So, even though Infer had a plan going into it, obviously Phanium was going to be comfortable throughout. So
Yeah,
not the
definitely.
greatest thing to get off of RNG.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, do you pick the easy condition, which will be easier for Phanium, or do you pick something hard and hope that something goes? It's an interesting place to be in, especially like I said, after 2 straight losses on Colorado and what was the Isle of Scale, which I think were the 2. I mean, the Berlin one wasn't complicated, but the Isle of Scale one was a little problematic. I would say the first 2 spins of the match were very friendly.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely, Whittleton Creek especially was
A lot to
very
think about, but
comfortable kills.
not enough time.
So, In4Fun is taking a very short break between maps. The problem is I have to ask him for repeats because 3 out of the 4 conditions that they sent me were repeats. So,
Oh man.
wait, let me check. Okay, which one wasn't repeated? Okay. Yeah, so like I said, on Berlin, there's not a ton of disguises. On Colorado, there are not a ton of disguises. It's more than Berlin, I think. But there's also very, very few lethal melee items, so the pool of possible conditions is pretty small. Yeah, this is the only match that I have actually adminned myself. So obviously, in all of the other matches, I didn't see how frequent these duplicate conditions were since I wasn't the one in the DMs. But I would imagine this isn't super likely of an occurrence.
Yeah, also it's the final, both like the two best players left, so they're probably thinking the same thing.
And In4Fun was looking to take a short break between maps, and now he has to repick 3 of his kills. Or his kill conditions, I should say. So I guess I can put in the ones that weren't repeats and then wait for the rest. Um, just waiting now for those conditions to start the timer. And looks like on attempt number 2, there were no repeats, so we should be set to go.
Nice.
All right, and then I will set it to 05 so that In4Fun has 2 or 3 minutes here to go to the bathroom or get a drink or whatever. All right, let me double check. This should all be correct. And just need to refresh the player selection to make sure those are seen by everyone here in the stream. Let's see. Okay, everything looks good there. Update our timers, and the spin should be ready to go.
Nice. 2 minutes. Map 5. Potential for 2 more maps.
Yeah. So like I said, with 45-minute timers especially, a natural tie isn't super likely. Could see a photo finish tie potentially, but that would have to be extremely close.
Yeah, it has to be like first try both of them, or just so messy that it just lines up after 30 minutes.
And so with that, super likely, obviously, that we're going to see someone on match point after this.
Looking at Colorado here on this tournament, looks like both of them played Phanium against Danny Buddha in the first match, lost to Danny Buddha. In4Fun played against Pajero and won. So, in terms of both of them playing in the tournament, In4Fun has the edge, and he needs the win here to get his momentum back, or at least shift it towards him.
We will have to see, because our spin should be live here in just under.
Spin is live? What? Is it?
Welcome to Col.
Visual on target, Delta. Move to last known position. Fuck, I can't find him.
So,
To be honest, I have no idea what just happened on your stream, because I watched that for a second. Nothing changed on my end, so hopefully everything's good. With the overlay. I didn't even have the link open when that happened.
well, looks like we have the
Pretty
spin
fly.
now. Old axe suit, kitchen knife, point man, fiber wire, militia spec ops, pistol, elimination, militia soldier. Does that sound right?
Yep, it does. All correct there. Both of this disguises and then one of the kill methods all had to be respawned. Very similar approaches there in terms of taking strategy. Fun in immediately. Obviously, West Bridge start the most common.
Yeah, and for In4Fun picking the 2 melee items, and Phanium the 2 life kills. Interesting.
Nothing. Well, I guess
Is Ezra Berg from
I was going to say nothing needs to be brought in except the fiber wire. Obviously, you have to bring in a pistol unless you want to do it loud, but that's kind of something you're always going to bring on Colorado for the most part. So. So Ezra immediately knocked out, potentially going to be Old X suit or a kitchen knife point man. Doing the same for Penelope, so those live kills on Phanium's side are going to be
That
on
is Penelope Graves, acclaimed
Sean and
anti-terror
Maya.
analyst.
It's the
Strange
same
to
for
see her as
In4Fun. He's
part of this
decided to
crowd.
knock out Penelope and Ezra and keep them in the house.
I have to say,
Mhm.
it's a beautiful piece of
So, expect the same from In4Fun, or sorry, the same for Phanium as we see on In4Fun stream with this
I think I know what I
shed clear out. Maybe not immediately, but maybe after this grab on the spec ops, since that's the live kill. That'll make the live kill for Sean extremely easy. And then for Maya, you could look at the standard lure. Timing might be a little tight here from In4Fun. He wants to get these first cycle. But he should have plenty of time after the Maya kill to go and get his Spec Ops disguise. It's that knockout and does not wake up the sleeping soldier and drags him away from any windows. Thankfully, his body glitching out there did not wake up the guy in the other room.
It's straight across from the window there, but hopefully nobody looks that way.
And so we see here the slightly different approaches. In4Fun actually has not grabbed his fiber wire yet out of his stash. So In4 opts to set up Sean immediately and then get the Maya kill. Whereas Phanium would rather get the disguise that's further away. Sean second.
Yep. So the first kill of Colorado goes to In4Fun on Maya, the elimination.
Old Axe grab. Yeah, now that Maya's out of the way, no worries there. Phanium needs to not get GRB'd. Or spotted through the door even.
Looks good. Stream just pauses for a second there, but there's the kill. Try to refresh. It's going for the old axe now.
In4. Oh, he doesn't watch out for the Enforcer. He grabs his fireball out of the stash, goes for the kitchen knife, but is not paying attention to those Enforcer dots and gets a very quick, immediate spot there. I guess Enforcers for the Malicious Soldier disguise are not ones that everyone is super familiar with because there's really no reason to ever have that disguise unless the spin is calling for it. And it kind of covers the whole outside of the map. So Phanium has now grabbed his own Malicious Soldier and needs to grab that pistol elimination while these technicians are currently still standing.
He's got perfect timing. Yep.
It's a bit of a weird reaction from Sean there, but there is the pistol elim.
It's 2 kills down.
Not just the 2 kills on the already pacified targets.
Yeah, and he's got the point man also ready to go. So cleared out for the Spec Ops.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's grabbed the kitchen knife yet, but yeah, everything else he's already got waiting for him.
Waiting for the kitchen knife, maybe? Or maybe he's got it already. He has to deal with that Enforcer there if he goes there.
I have to say, it's a beauty.
And then, yeah, so he should grab both of those kills in the basement and then just exit Westbridge right where he started.
He's got the kitchen knife, looks like going for Penelope. Only 1 kill remaining, disguise in hand. Old Axe is also nearby.
Did not do the wrong kill, which is good.
It's first to 8. Yeah, looks like 1 more kill. There it is. Phanium looking really good to be on match point first from this final.
And In4Fun,
3 straight wins.
I mean, he was in a slight leading position there at the time of the rip, so nothing to note there, but could have finished first without that potentially. It's just going to be outside of photo finish range, so as soon as I see the green guns, that'll be
5 stars, green guns.
6-4 lead now for Phanium.
Phil, it's not funny anymore.
And then we are going on to what? It's map number 6 now, right?
Maya Parvati is down.
Map number 6, match point, the tournament point for Phanium, and it will be a reverse sweep if he can win that one.
Yeah, it's a pretty common occurrence, at least in my recent memory, for Phanium having an early deficit and then coming back closer to the
It's the
end.
same thing here. For this just reminds me of RR7, was it? In4 was up 2-0 against Blythe. 2-0 as in 2 match 0. He's been in this position countless of times, so the question is, what has he done to prepare himself to get out of it? What is happening? Okay, what is it? We have
Mumbai up next as map number 6. So another one of the quote-unquote big maps.
I guess it will be a random condition. The players
Yes,
getting
for
one
kill number
pick.
3. And it was now again match point for Phanium. And this first to 8.
Yep, match point for Phanium, and the last 3 maps all went his way, so momentum heavily in his favor. Yeah, let's flashback. We're in for fun, you know, another championship slipping away.
That
Hey,
is
still
Sean
time.
Rose,
This is
terrorist
the map.
turned
This is
insurgent.
backs against the wall.
Another repeat. Kill method was the same choice from both players.
Oh.
Sean Rose confirmed down. Nicely done, 47.
I told Phanium to repick his kill method, and he responded with a question mark. And again, round number 2, duplicate from both players. So completely different kill and duplicate on the second time around.
What happens when you run out of kill conditions? RNG.
Well, you can pick the same ones again. It's just like up to whether or not the other person also does that. Okay, only takes 5 minutes every time, but we do now have different kill conditions because both of our players are of the same mind. Get these put in, and then I will set the time.
Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47.
And let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yep, this should all be good.
Graves is down. Excellent work, 47.
The amount of freaks being brought into this camp has increased recently. Road not even.
I do actually have to check the rules real quick for something. Yeah, I do have to respin part of the random condition, I think. There we go. That works, I think. I have to keep checking the rules for different reasons.
47. Our intel suggests the
Because I do not want to send anything remotely illegal in terms of the spin. Yes, that is also has to get respenned. There we go.
Roulette Freestyle respin.
Our intel suggests the Maelstrom is hiding somewhere in the city slums.
All right.
I've marked the headquarters of the Crow
Got
criminal
6 legal kill conditions, and I can actually set a time now.
Nice. Potential last map.
Do 21 under 3 minutes. So under 2 minutes for the spin here, again on Mumbai, chosen by RNG. I think there's a lot of kills on this map that can be really annoying for specific targets, so hopefully Freelancer helps to alleviate that. Again, one of the kills is completely chosen by RNG, so potentially might be a little bit harder to work around that one once everything goes live. We will have to see.
See loud SMG here for In4Fun. Guessing you may have picked that. Loud kills on Mumbai is a pain.
That is definitely true. In terms of Phanium's loadout, not really anything specific. I guess the breaching charge is the only thing that you might not always bring. So could see explosive weapon, could see some kind of remote something. But yeah, we'll have to see.
Seconds till potential last map. What do we have, Chris?
We have got loud SMG elimination in the suit. We've got a falling object as the holy man. We have loud pistol elimination as the queen's bodyguard. So 2 loud live kills.
Oh my!
The SMG one was chosen by In4Fun, and the pistol one was chosen by RNG. The falling object, of course, was from Phanium, which can be done on any of the 3 targets. So of course, suit is in the mix from Phanium, so the skywalk start that everyone was probably already planning is equally viable. And it is possible to get that loud kill on the Maelstrom immediately here, as we could be seeing from Phanium. In4Fun still looking at planning at the moment. So that brine damage ready to go. This is loud SMG elimination.
Yeah, swift planning and execution from Phanium. Gets the first kill.
Yeah,
Getting
almost gets
sandwiched
spotted with
by
the firearm. Ooh, yeah.
It's just gonna stick
I don't
around.
think you can escape. I don't think you can escape that. That's all three sides. They're staring right at you.
Yeah, it's a difficult spot. So, sort of back to square one, but Phanium doesn't have any planning left to do.
Yeah, and then I didn't see about Phanium. Obviously, In4Fun doesn't currently have a loud pistol in his inventory anywhere, but very easy to get one of those on the map from pretty much anywhere. So, Phanium's issue.
The same thing.
Phanium's issue obviously is going to be getting the Holy Man and getting out of here because he's got his Holy Man very close to where he's killing the Maelstrom.
They seem to be on the lookout for potential assassins.
He's starting just with the SMG. He wants to do that suit kill.
I suggest you are mindful around them in the slums. 47. Our intel suggests the Maelstrom is hiding
Yeah,
somewhere
it's
in the
opted
city
to run
slums.
out and maybe get that after everything calms down.
on your map.
Should be safe. That is the spot that's actually the safest to get out because this guy is an enforcer, like a super enforcer. One is in. Maelstrom turning around.
He's gotta delay the Maelstrom for a second here. I think he's gonna try to throw his lockpick there for a second.
I mean, it would make a good audio distraction, but they don't let you through it.
Whoa, what is that?
What?
In4Fun, behind and underneath the Maelstrom. Gets spotted while he's looking
with a
forward
window
there.
that seemed to have no like glass part to it.
Yep, that's definitely a Hitman moment right there. Absolutely. Because Phanium gets back in here and grabs his Holy Man. Yeah, In4Fun slightly trolling with this suit that used to be bugged on this map, but isn't anymore.
Big
Now
move
it's
for Phanium.
Now it's just likely brick lure, and we're gonna have to see who Phanium decides to go for this loud kill on and who he tries to get with the boat.
Definitely, it's an interesting choice to make. Both of these remaining targets are easy, free, falling object kills.
Yeah, and he does also need the loud pistol, which and In4Fun doesn't put his SMG away. The same issue that Phanium almost ran into. Gets spotted there immediately by the NPCs who are taking cover in the exact spot that the shots came from.
Yeah, that's an amazing mechanic.
47. The street gang known as the Crows are on
Yeah, so
high alert.
Phanium has to get the Queen's bodyguard, and the two main ones
Be suspicious of anyone they don't recognize.
having that pistol could potentially mean we're gonna see that really quickly here.
47. Our intel suggests the Maelstrom is hiding somewhere
Can
in the
be
city slums.
sort of a pain to
I've
set up a
marked the
silent
headquarters of the Crows on your map.
kill around here. So might try to get her by the furnaces. Or maybe just won't kill her at all, who knows.
That is Vanya Shaw, self-appointed queen.
I don't think he has
Our intel
the gold
suggests
brick,
the
so
Maelstrom is hiding
I
somewhere
don't
in the
think
city
he's gonna
slums.
isolate
I've
Dow's
marked the
guards.
headquarters of the Crows on your map.
Yeah, this is very interesting to see what's gonna happen. Yeah, stream decides to lag. Takes out
Phanium
Nemo.
internet strikes again. Guard actually spots that weapon there since it didn't get moved.
Surprised
There's the,
Tanya didn't, because she would have turned around.
there's the disguise and the pistol.
47. Our intel suggests
And
the Maelstrom is hiding somewhere in the city slums.
looking to get rid of these two metal workers.
The Crows on your map.
Hopefully Vanya doesn't cause any problems there. Get rid of the other one. Oh, he misses his dart.
Oh no!
I don't think he realizes he misses his dart either. Obviously, this guy can't wake him up, but he kind of has to deal with that. Since he's
I
planning
think the
on
plan
killing
was
her
to
right
do
here.
the kill and dump her in the furnace, but
Yeah, he still has not knocked this guy out, so he's just gonna run and go bring a guard over here, which is gonna make it even more difficult for Phanium.
man,
There's
Vanya
no-
didn't even
okay.
go for the secondary distraction.
He's
on
just-
the left part.
he's
Gonna
just
go
doing
for
it
the
here.
kill.
He's got to get this dump here before the guard actually decides to do literally
Oh
anything.
my god.
He still
He's
hasn't
almost
moved.
there.
Yeah, the
No
guard
one's
just
there.
started moving.
He's gonna get it. Turn the other way, and he gets the kill. Body
He gets
dumped.
super lucky off that guard not reacting at all for about 15 seconds there.
Oh my.
But
No rest for the wicked, however. On to the next one.
Oh my
Still-
god. In for fun.
still sort of
Dodges
scary.
the full spot
for-
and then turns around and the guard turns towards him. Jeez.
Yeah, it's still kind of scary for Phanium while this guard panics around everywhere. Because there are bodies left
As long as they
pretty
don't go
far out into
around
the
the
open.
train, which it's
Yeah.
unlikely, but you know, you never know.
47. Our
Once he
intel
actually goes
suggests
to
the
wake
maelstrom
that guy
is hiding
up,
somewhere in
the
city
metal worker,
slums. I've marked
Phanium
the
should be fine.
crows on your map.
No more
Not much that
searchings.
not much else that Phanium could really do other than just not get the kill there, since you can't really KO that metal worker. With it being a loud kill. So just waiting on the boat now for Dawood and his guards to get into place. Gets the kill, and right by the exit here.
Yep, that's it. Another title for Phanium, and he wins both of the long events in this winter season for Providence. And not
That was
to mention,
a
reverse
8-point reverse
comeback.
sweep, yeah.
Our intel suggests the maelstrom
And
is hiding
sad to
somewhere in
say,
city slums.
In4Fun's second
I've
place
marked the headquarters of the crows on your map.
consistency continues. Still searching for that first place in a long tournament.
What is that? I don't have time for this stupidity.
It's yeah, it's definitely a curse. Really well played from Phanium. Yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see, since, what is it, you just said, the Roulette Rivals that's upcoming is going to be cross-platform.
Yes, that has now been revealed. The stream happened,
47. That man
I think it was
eliminated.
slightly before or during
okay,
this,
I was
but
No
releasing privilege
rest for the
information.
wicked, however. On to the next
yeah,
one.
no,
I guess I'm banned from the
it's
community.
been public information, I think, for like over an hour now. So
I'm not in
There's-
the inner circle anymore, so I don't know.
we
if
will,
I
I guess, talk about that after we wrap this up. But Phanium should be joining us here at some point.
big scores.
For an interview. Let me accept. I'm typing a bunch of stuff out. End the round. Increase the scores. Mark the match as done. And put that in tournament. And that should wrap everything up for us there.
Very nicely done.
I can also reveal now that we did have 8 RNG maps spun. We were on number 6. The next 2 maps would have been Haven Island and Santa Fortuna. So all 5 quote unquote big maps in a row.
Holy crap. That would have been something. All 5 maps. Big 5 maps in a row. That's crazy. Yeah. We've been here all night.
Indeed. Put this in tournament. Put a pin on that one. And actually don't know if as a herald only, he's not a shoutcaster. I don't know if as a herald only he has access to this channel. I guess I could look at the permissions.
I mean, as an admin, you can just put him in
He does not.
something.
Yeah, I can, but he in fact does not have permissions for that. Right, he is ready to be moved, so I guess I'll move him in. There he is. He is in the call now.
Alright, hello, Phanium. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
How does
Yeah,
it
the
feel? It's
reverse sweep has become a little common for you at this point.
Unfortunately, it has. Apparently have to be down to my last legs to be able to win, which is
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I'll take the win regardless. He's a great player too. So here in those two maps.
I guess at the start here, is there anything in particular that you were feeling before we ask you anything, or that you were thinking in any of those maps specifically?
Oh, on scale, I thought I was gonna get 8-0'd. Oh, on scale, I thought I was gonna get 8-0. Yeah. So it was a fun time. But yeah, I somehow pulled through. I got lucky rips from In4Fun, and then some unlucky rips for me, but I got it done in the end, luckily. So.
What did you think about that map RNG there towards the second half of the match?
As I said, I'm a kiss you, bro. That was an amazing map
All
pull, so
right,
thank you for that.
whatever. Yeah, I don't know if Punk, if you have anything you want to ask in particular.
so I mean, like, yeah, what's it? Chris just said the reverse sweep. Do you actually feel the pressure anymore? I mean, you said you were thinking about you were gonna get 8-0, but are you also thinking that, oh no, I can just come back. It's not a big deal.
Honestly, once I took my first map, it kind of finally woke me up in the final, which is great. But I think I just need that warm up map where I just get going and everything like that, which I took on Whittleton, and I forgot the second map already. But whatever that map was, it helped me out.
Ambrose.
So. Oh yeah, where I kept ripping. Yeah, Ambrose. I sucked at Ambrose.
Yeah, well, you've won both of the long tournaments in this winter season for Providence. Hitman Bingo earlier, and then the Freestyle Remix. So what are your plans for the future?
I'm gonna try to not lose to Danny in R10. That's my thing, because I lost today against him in Roulette League and I lost the league because of it. So like I'm getting my revenge.
Congrats again for the win, and keep up the good work. It's always entertaining watching you play. If you have anything else to say before we finish it.
Yeah, do you want to thank your parents or any religious beings, etc.?
No, but I will thank Crudy and In4Fun. In4Fun's a great guy. I love him for setting up these events, and Crudy for the idea of this event, which is a very, very fun, cool idea to be able to pick conditions that you're going to play as. So just shout out to those two guys.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's definitely something to be said. Thank you to In4Fun and all the admins that have worked on this. Mando for sponsoring this tournament, along with like co-creating it, and Crudy, another co-creator. Chris, thanks for joining me as
Yeah,
an
I do.
admin and a co-caster.
I do want to shout out real quick in case you forget it. Providence, the Discord server that this is hosted on. This is our last event of the winter season, wrapped up now. So nothing yet till a future announcement. But yeah, put that link there in the chat for anyone who is not already part of it. You can join for more community-centered events like this one.
Yeah, definitely join Providence. Pretty easy to remember. Providence.community/discord. Lots of Hitman adventures and maybe new things to come after Freelancer. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And then